Thus Far by Grace. Welcome to Prime Testimony Channel. I'm your usual host, Ekow. Today, I've met a very important personality here. We are going to delve deeper into his life. The title for this video is Thus Far by Grace. You may wonder why this topic. Stick around and listen to what we're about to discuss. You are welcome back. As I did tell you in my introduction, we are going to look into the life of an important personality. His name is Ekow. Aggrey. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
All right. You are welcome to Prime Testimony Channel. My name is Ekow, and as I did tell you, that's Ekow Aggrey. You are welcome.
Thank you, Ekow.
All right. Today we are going to look at your profile, and we will want to know everything about you, your name, your education, where you come from, and so many things. So briefly, tell us something briefly about yourself. Then we'll break down into smaller pieces.
All right. So this is Ekow Aggrey. I come from Cape Coast. So far, I can say I'm a social worker, social analyst, radio show host, MC, social media manager, a whole lot. So a man with many talents.
All right, thank you, brother. You're a man of many parts. All right, let us start from your beginning.
Okay.
Where did you begin your basic education?
So I started my basic education in Cape Coast. That is Abum Methodist B. That is where I started my basic education. But I stayed home for long. So I didn't attend crèche and nursery and those things. I just started right away from primary one.
Okay. So, was there a time where they will put your hand here to check whether you are 6 years or not? Or that time?
No, my situation was different because I had already stayed in the house for long.
Okay.
So when I went to school, I think I was about 6 years or so.
All right.
So the headmistress had no option than to take me straight to class 1.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. You are listening to Prime Testimony Channel. So you finished class 6 in the same school?
No, I think class 2, my parents relocated from where we were staying in Cape Coast to a village. So that is where I continued from class 2 to JHS 1.
Specifically which village?
That is in Kamfwa.
Oh, in Kamfwa,
yes,
near Cape Coast.
Yes, near Cape Coast.
Okay, all right, near Cape Coast. Okay, all right. So tell us, then from there, did you write a common entrance or you attended the JHS?
Yes, the JHS.
Okay, so where did you attend JHS?
So I think JHS 1, I was in Kamfwa, but I had to go to another school. My parents wanted me to enroll in another school, which is Holy Cross International, all in Cape Coast.
Okay.
So about 700 meters away from Kamfwa.
All right.
Yeah, so that is where I continued from JHS 1 to JHS 2, and something happened, so I needed to.
If you wouldn't mind, if it's not too private, is it something? But you are free to.
All right. Since Prime Testimony Channel is there to encourage others and to inspire others, maybe I can share a little bit of the story so that others too will be motivated.
All right.
When I got to JHS 2, unfortunately, I think, so when I moved from Kamfwa to Holy Cross, I needed to step back 1. Like if I say step back, when we're going to JHS 2, the school told me I should start from JHS 1.
Why?
Because I'm coming from a government school, and that place too is a private school.
All right.
So I needed to step back. So I started from JHS 1 all over.
Okay.
And at first things were so okay. We were paying the school fees. All of a sudden they increased the fees to 20 cedis. Yes, and later it got to 35 cedis. So when we got to Form 2, we had one of few issues in the family, and which affected my dad's finances. So we couldn't pay. At first, we were paying in termly basis.
Yeah.
So first term, second term, third term. So when I got to JHS 1 third term, I was owing, they increased the fees to 35 cedis.
Yeah.
So I was owing 35 cedis from there. Then JHS 2 first term, 35 cedis. JHS 2 second term, 35 cedis.
So you owed
it was
over
105 Ghana cedis.
All right.
And at that time, it was a huge money. So it was a big deal for the school for you to be owing 105 Ghana cedis at that time.
So they asked you to go?
So they asked me to go home. But I knew the situation in the house. So when I go home, sometimes I find it difficult to tell my parents that I've been sacked. And then later I told my dad, and because of the situation, there was nothing he could do about the situation. So I went back to the school to inform the headmistress, and all that I had in return was insults.
You mean the headmistress?
The headmistress insulted me. It wasn't easy. So I went to the Beza, and the Beza too told me, we are not joking here. So if I can't pay my school fees, I should go. Now President Kufuor has introduced the free basic compulsory education. So it's not by force, but before I will leave, they will make sure they take their 105 Ghana cedis. So I told my dad, and my dad also told me, okay, then we'll pay it in bits. So my dad will give me 5 cedis. I'll go and pay 2 cedis, 3 cedis. And then we paid 15 Ghana cedis out of the 105 cedis.
So you were still owing 90 Ghana cedis.
So I was still owing 90 Ghana cedis when we left.
Right.
We realized that there's nothing we can do to sort out the 90 Ghana cedis. So my dad gave up and told me, whatever I can do to save the situation, I should do.
Like running away or what?
I don't know. At that time, to a small boy like me, JHS2, so you can imagine.
I see.
So I was also interested in education because I wanted to become a lawyer.
Okay.
Yes, which I know that definitely one day I'll become a lawyer to the glory of God, to inspire others to that nothing is impossible. So back to the story of the school fees owing. So it got to a time they told me I shouldn't come to school again.
Okay.
So I should stay in the house and then be paying the 90 cedis. Then I told them I can't also stay in the house because I really want to achieve my dream in becoming a lawyer. I will be in the classroom, the Beza will come, then they will come and mention school fees, those who are owing school fees. My name will be on the top list. So anytime they mention school fees, even immediately the Beza steps in class, everyone will be like, Bernard. So
like a chorus.
Yes. So I became, that's mostly, when she comes to class, that's mostly
a woman or a man?
A woman.
A woman.
Yes, okay. Yes. That's mostly the comment that she will make, Bernard. So it became something that registered in the minds of my colleagues. So immediately the Beza steps in class, then all the class, before she will open her mouth, all the classmates will be like, Bernard. So psychologically, it affected me. So anytime I come home and it's getting it in the morning like 6 a.m., I feel so uncomfortable. Because when I sleep, I always go to bed wishing that there will never be another morning, because I'll be going to school and the Beza will come. So I remember they will sack me, I'll go home, or I'll just go and roam, because I don't want my colleagues in the community to see that I've been sacked. So I'll go and roam about, and then when I hear the school bell ringing, then I join my colleagues, and then we all walk home.
And then he will join his colleagues and they will walk home. You are listening to a Prime Testimony channel. Are you angry with your dad? Are you angry with your mom or an uncle or any sibling that is supporting you? Are you angry because they were not able to buy you some special cakes during your birthdays or in your special occasions? Are you blaming God for what you are going through? I hope you are listening to the story of Bernard Ekow Aggrey. We need to be grateful unto the Lord for how far He has brought us. Like I told you, I say the title of this project is That Far by Grace. Sometimes you may think you have gone through difficulties. Sometimes you may think you have gone through so much challenges. Just keep on listening to this story. Then let's continue.
All right. So let me continue from. They will always suck our school fees. Then the headmistress had a strategy because when they were sucking the school fees in the classrooms, they will always find us back in the classroom. So he brought up a strategy that nowadays the names will be mentioned at the assembly. And I could still remember the population of the school were about 720.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there were many. Yes, it was a big school, one of the best international schools in Cape Coast,
Okay.
Holy Cross International. So she brought up a strategy that if we sack you in the classroom and you won't go, then now you will disgrace you before the whole school. So the headmistress will come with a tall list, and then she will start with those who are owing that much. So if you hear your name first, then it means that you are the top scorer of the school. So anytime she comes, Bernard,
assembly.
Yes, assembly.
Okay.
We are about 700.
Okay.
20. Bernard Ekow Aggrey, 90 Ghana cedis. So that one too registered in the minds of the whole school. Now we've moved from the classroom Bernard to the whole school. So anytime the woman
mentions your name,
brings the list to the assembly grounds, then the whole school, okay, so today we are going to mention those who are owing school fees. Then some of my colleagues will start Bernard Ekow Aggrey because I will be the top scorer.
Okay.
So it came a time the disgrace was becoming too much. So I stopped going for assembly, and then I will hide. So fortunately, I had some of my colleagues too who were owing school fees. Then we created a pathway in the bush.
Near the school?
Yes, our classroom was closer to the bush. Okay. So we created a pathway in the bush. So we avoided using the main path. And then we will use the bush, the slow way, we call it slow way, and then enter into our class. So one day I was there, and all of a sudden I realized that the Beza had entered from the back door, and then she caught us. They said, okay, you want to be stubborn. Now, at first, when we go to school, we go with all our books, our reading books, our exercise books, because we do all the subjects in a day. Okay. So you see our backpack so heavily at our back.
Yeah, sometimes as heavy as people going to Iraq to
fight. Heavily loaded. Yeah, so the woman came.
That's the Beza.
Yes, I was using this small kotoko customized bag.
Okay.
So the woman came and said, okay, if you be stubborn with me, then I will also frustrate you. Then she seized all our books, all my books.
Oh.
All my books, including my bag and other pamphlet, went into the cardboard, and then seized all my books in that box also. So it came a time I come to class and I don't have books, I don't have anything to.
Sorry, I'm not. Sorry for interruption. Why didn't the school authorities send for your parents?
I don't know, but it was like it was as if I pay my school fees.
But were your parents attending PTA meetings?
No, they were not attending PTA meetings.
But they were calling PTA meetings?
They call for PTA
So it looks as if you were a little boy, but you had been left as if
yes,
you don't have anybody.
Yes, because I I could say that there weren't any proper guidance.
Guidance, okay.
And then checking up and all that.
All right.
Yes. So this woman sees my books and everything. So I come to school empty-handed. Then at first I was, I used to put some money down. Susu, we call it susu.
Okay.
So I went into my susu box and I realized I've saved some coins. So I took all the money, went to a certain bookshop nearby. I bought about 5 exercise books and a pen.
Okay.
So that was what I was using to copy my notes when I come to class.
But all this while, didn't your parents notice, or didn't you inform them that the Beza has seized your books?
It was because previously I have been complaining, and I saw that my father made an effort to pay 15 cedis out of the 105.
Okay.
And then he told me there's nothing we can do again.
Okay.
So I didn't also want to go back and be bombarding them with issues.
Okay.
So I bought new exercise books and I started writing notes with it, partaking in exercises and all that. And then one day I was there, and then not knowing the Beza had set some spies on me that when they see me around, they should quickly alert her. So some of my colleagues. So one day I was in the class and I saw one of my friends going out, not knowing she was going to call the Beza. So all of a sudden I was in the classroom and the Beza came, "Hey, Macho."
Macho, I've caught you.
Yes, I've caught you.
Hey.
It was as if you are under arrest.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, how the police arrest.
Come and arrest you. Yeah.
So she took me to the proprietor's, not the headmistress, but this time the proprietor's office.
Okay.
So this time round, the Beza took me to the proprietor's office, not the headmistress' office, but the proprietor's office. And so when we got there, the Beza explained everything to the proprietor, that this is a guy and this is his issue, that and that and that. And then all of a sudden, the proprietor got annoyed.
Instead of having mercy on you.
Instead of having mercy on me. And then asked one of the guys to bring him a cane. I said, I'm not the one who's supposed to pay my fees. I have no option. Me, I don't work. I'm just a kid who has been brought here by my parent. So
you were in GHS?
I was in GHS 2, second term. So please have mercy on me. So I pleaded with the man that from here I won't come again. And the man said, "No, you are frustrating us. We sack you and you don't go. And so this time round, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to punish you so that next time you won't come again." Then the man asked me to touch my toes. So I touched my toes. The man gave me 5 solid ones.
At where? Your buttocks?
My buttocks. 5 canes. So I started crying and pleading with the man. And he said, "Okay, I won't cane you again. So go home and don't come back."
Go home and don't come back. I'm asking you, if you're a proprietor of a school or a headmaster of a school, and a little boy as young as about 15 or 16 years, their parents are struggling to pay his school fees, and he's not getting the fees, should you cane him? Should you beat him? Please write your comments, at the comment section below. Please, let's continue.
Yeah, so when I got home, then I told my dad that what I'm facing there, the issues I'm facing in the school, I don't want to go back because all my colleagues have been teasing me. The teachers don't even like me again because I'm only 90 cedis. And as I said at first, 90 cedis was like about 900 cedis in this.
But by the way, do you know that there are some teachers, when a child is not able to, maybe a child is owing school fees, or the child is not academic, do you know that some people, they see that child as a demon or something?
Yes.
Some teachers naturally don't like children whose parents are not. I don't understand why.
I faced that issue when
were you not academically good?
I was so good. I was academically good, but because of the school fees. And because in most of the schools, the parents will attend PTA meetings look for the class teacher, at least that's the class teacher something, and then we have something called our day. That is when you express your appreciation
to your teacher.
Yeah, and there was not a single day I brought any parcel.
So our day, what kind of food were you taking to school?
Our day times, I used not to go to school.
I see.
But sometimes too, when I go, it's nothing special to me.
I said, for those of you watching this video from outside Ghana, our day means the last day school vacates at the end of every term or at the end of every semester. And on that day, students come with some specially prepared food. Sometimes they order food from restaurants. Sometimes they prepare for home. That's where they eat some nice chicken and those things. And they bring drinks and they play music. But for him, he said that because of that challenges, he was not going to school during the last day of every vacation, which is our day, because the parents will not be able to provide him with some of those beautiful and the nice things, to eat, like his colleagues do. All right.
Yeah. So there was a certain teacher, Mr. Adamte, who really inspired me. Upon all the challenges, he would call me during break time, and then he would tell me, Bernard, you are a good student, because for your situation, and this school is made up of the Debis. If I say the Debis, it's a term
rich kids.
We used to refer to the rich kids, and being able to compete with the rich kids with your situation, then it means you are brilliant.
That man, is he still?
Yeah, he's still alive.
I think one day we'll have to go and look for him.
He again became my SHS mathematics teacher.
Oh, yes. It's what Mr.
Adamte.
Mr. Adamte, God bless you wherever you are. One day we'll come and look for you. Yeah. God bless you.
He's now Anglican father.
I see. Reverend Minister.
Yes, Reverend Minister.
We have to look for him wherever he is.
Yes, so he encouraged me. So he made me realize that irrespective of the challenges, I can still make it. So I went home, and then my dad told me, now there's nothing he can do. So he went to one of his bosses, and the boss said, nowadays people complete university and finding job becomes something, another tedious thing. So he will advise my dad that I learn a trade or something.
You stop the school?
I should stop the school and learn something, yeah.
Okay, all right. You are listening to Prime Testimony Channel. We have looked into the life of my friend and my brother and my everything, Bernard Ekow Aggrey. We are not done yet. We have gotten to a point where he's now informed to, because of difficulty in paying school fees, he's been asked to go home, and a father's friend is suggesting that he drops out of school and go and learn trade. We will definitely continue the story in the part 2. Please look out for the second interview. My name is Ato Brent, and this Prime Testimony Channel. Please subscribe to this channel.